was at a bar last night, and my wife looked at me, and this is the first time she's ever said this to me. She said, "Hey,
love you." Sorry. I didn't mean that. Your wife loves you very much.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
We can't just have all giants. What kind of small guys?
Like, he's got to get him. He's got to get him.
We got to pack it up. Because if we don't get it, somebody else is going to get it.
And drink straight out the bottle.
Cheers.
it's not hard to intro the pod.
Go ahead.
Throw it to him.
It's literally just like this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Who F'n Kneauxs Podcast. It's me, Patty V. This is the Dave Randy. We got Aaron Pooley back for a third show. Yeah. I think he's a staple now. I think he's just here, right?
You love to see it, folks.
This is what we do. I don't have a fun fact tonight, but you know what? I know somebody who does.
This guy. And it's kind of blew my mind when I found it out last week. But did you know that sloths can hold their breath longer underwater than dolphins can?
What?
No.
They can hold their breath for 40 minutes underwater.
I'm going to be honest. I didn't even know sloths went underwater.
Yeah. How does a sloth end up underwater?
Because they can slow their heart rate down.
Fun fact.
Dolphins 10 minutes, sloths 40 minutes.
Wow. Dolphins live in the water.
Yeah.
I don't know if guys know this. Okay.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Dolphins have no choice but to live in the water. If they go out of the water, they die.
Yeah, sloths
are
don't
like,
have
hey,
to be in the water. And
what's
they're like,
up?
you know what? I'm going to just listen. I know I'm slow as fuck.
Just know I got you on both land and water.
Listen, dolphins, let me show y'all something real quick. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Get it ready, get it ready, get it ready. Speaking of, juvenile back that ass up day was the thing.
What?
Saw that.
Sorry, I know that's how I transitioned in my mind. I said get it ready, and then I moved on. Yeah, that's the thing. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. Why? What day?
June 11th.
Why?
That was the day it came out.
Okay.
And our illustrious mayor of New Orleans decided.
Victoria the Destroyer.
Yeah, well, we didn't go there, okay? This is not a political discussion. We just said that it is back that ass up
It
day,
can be.
okay?
I have a political topic.
Wow, let's do it.
Hulk
Off the rails really quick.
Squirrel.
Hulk Hogan said he wants to run for president.
I love how we went from sloths to Hulk Hogan. Okay, yeah, what?
Hulk Hogan said he wants to run for president, and he says he would get in there and rule with an iron fist. That's the quote. And the first thing that came to mind was The Rock also wants to run for president. And could you imagine the debates between The Rock and Hulk Hogan?
I mean, talk about electric factory. Hulk Hogan just gets pissed. Let me tell you something, brother. My policies. Rips his shirt open. And I mean, you can't argue with a guy who's bare-chested at that point.
My second thought was exactly what this country needs. A known racist that's 70, 85-year-old white man. And then I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Sign me up for The Rock and Hulk Hogan debates.
And Hulk Hogan had a little sex tape flowing out there, dealing with some porn. I mean, it's kind of more similar than you think.
I don't know if Hulk Hogan knows, but there's no like clause in his contract where it says he has to win. So,
look, if we're gonna do this thing where celebrities become presidents, we might as well go all the way with it and at least have fun with it, right?
I
mean, it kind of happened.
As far as like fun celebrities go, though, like Donald Trump's not a fun celebrity.
I beg to differ. He's
definitely very entertaining,
very fun celebrity.
Yeah, but like he doesn't try to be. It just kind of happens.
That's what makes it fun.
Right. But like The Rock getting up there and be like, this debate is gonna be bloodline rules.
What?
What?
We got politics. What? Taxes. What? Teacher raises. What?
Then Rikishi
And he hits the
Rikishi would have a diss track about the president.
I can't do this. The Rock is coming out like
he comes out and he comes out of his podium. He's looking around. He's just.
That's a whole nother conversation. When that was going on, I kept texting our group message like, The Rock really needs to see a doctor. Either he has some special ability to just get goosebumps on demand, or it's a problem. Anyway,
People's champ.
How you doing?
Have we started a podcast?
Yeah, he had a fun fact about dolphins and koalas or something.
Yeah,
about back that ass up there.
Yeah,
and now
we've
we're
covered
on.
like 7 things already.
Hulk Hogan.
Congrats, guys! That's the end of the podcast. Thank you for joining. We appreciate your time, and that's it. See you next week.
Yeah.
Are you here for a Hulk Hogan presidency?
No, absolutely. Am I supposed to be?
What about governor?
Governor, yes. That's a whole different story. Arnold Schwarzenegger
That's
was
what I say.
governor.
Get to the chopper. Get to it now.
I feel like
It depends on the state. If it was Louisiana, I'm going to say no. But if it can be a state where it doesn't affect me at all,
Hulk Hogan is.
I don't.
Louisiana.
Does it matter?
no.
I mean,
think
we're
it
already
matters.
50th out of all states. So what's Hulk Hogan? How much worse can Hulk Hogan do?
He's
for the
going to be
state?
eating vitamins and, they're fine. We're good.
Hey, come hurricane season, Hulk Hogan's in there like swimwear. He's helping out.
He's a real American.
Yeah,
He
he's
fights for the
helping out.
rights of every man.
Flag around his neck, drop kicking,
Oh, he doesn't do drop kicks. Leg drops, though.
leg drops.
You were close. That's fine.
we got this.
Speaking of, when's the last time? I genuinely have a
I
question.
did a leg drop? Never.
Well, that's not what I was going to ask. That's fair. No, I was going to ask, when's the last time you've cha-cha'd real smooth? Because for me, all I've been doing is going to work. And I'm just curious. Like, the song in itself says you're supposed to cha-cha real smooth. And, like, I just go to work, and I don't like it. And I'm trying to figure out why.
Well, I hadn't probably cha-cha slide. Probably since a wedding, but I banned all like line dance music at my wedding.
You banned it.
Yeah,
Why?
I just think it was too corny. Like cha-cha slide, the wobble.
Okay. What did you play at your wedding? What was allowed? What was not
music?
corny?
No more music.
Okay.
Earth,
Like
Wind,
what?
and Fire.
It was like
some
Rascal
rap,
Flatts
some country, some
allowed?
rock. Yeah.
Like Rascal Flatts is allowed, but like no line dances.
Yeah. Rascal Flatts got some bangers. If that's what you're trying to say, that they don't have bangers.
I didn't say they don't have bangers, but like all those other songs are bangers too. My point is Rascal Flatts is kind of corny. So like,
Life is a Highway comes on at the wedding. You're not dancing.
it's not even their song.
I know, but
It sounds like he sings while he holds his nose. Let's keep it a buck.
So does Britney Spears, but
A buck.
Sorry.
I love this.
Britney Spears is real nasally, but worked out for her.
Yeah, her songs don't play at my wedding.
Toxic, come on.
That's playing at your wedding?
Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Okay, that maybe.
Maybe.
No, it's
No?
not actually. But
No?
yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't really want like line dances. But I feel like that's definitely a wedding, like cha-cha slide.
Line dances are phenomenal. Listen, here's the thing. Your 50-year-old grandma or 60, 70, whatever. Maybe I'm like undercutting it. She's upset that she couldn't do line dances. Okay. Listen, I'm trying to cha-cha real smooth. I'm trying to the left. Take it back now, y'all. You know what I mean? Like if I could do the Charlie Brown, I'm trying to do it.
Can we talk about in the song The Wobble, that how wad of a line that when they talked about put it hotter than a baby in a microwave?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Can we talk about like how that probably wouldn't fly nowadays, but
It's the one that gets people most excited, though. Everybody gets excited.
and we
when
just
that
acted like
comes
that
on.
was a normal lyric.
Yeah.
Hotter than a baby in a microwave.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
And we're just like, just kept it going.
Yeah. You jump forward.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, baby.
It's also the wop, not the wobble.
That's what I meant.
Oh yeah. Wow.
Too many songs,
Yeah.
line songs.
Listen,
on
I
there.
heard
See,
it,
this is
though.
where it gets convoluted. That's why I ban it. It's just too many.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, people enjoy them, and you're a fun sucker.
It's the people.
You're a fun sucker.
Fun Sucker, Big Lover,
Okay.
Red Trucker.
Red trucker. Cool. What are we talking about anything tonight? Because I feel like we have nothing to talk about. We just jumped into 70 different topics.
I don't know. I was gonna say I'm not much of a cha-cha slide person. I don't really like to dance.
Yeah.
I'm more of a like pull up my pants and do the rockaway kind of thing.
Wow,
You know what I mean?
and you lean back?
Lean back.
Okay. You
get it.
You know what's funny? When I was younger, I was fat, I'll be honest. And I had a shaved head. And people used to compare me to Fat Joe.
Okay.
And I went to school dances. I'll show you pictures later. I went to school dances, and they wanted me to dance to that song, and I didn't like it. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, and now, today, I'll be like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not, I just
Forced
was
dancing.
insulted. Yeah, do not put me on the spot.
You bring me back to a time right now. What a time. Shout out, you know what? Shout out to the Shop Boys. Party like a rock star.
Mm-hmm.
What a
Some
song.
bangers, Roscoe Dash.
Jesus Christ,
Waka
what is
Flocka.
happening?
One of my questions kind of related to Back in the Gap.
Here we
you
go.
have
Back in the gap.
you have $20. You're at a Scholastic Book Fair. What you buying?
Oh!
Ooh, that's a
First
good-
of all, The posters, the race car posters,
Lamborghini, Hummers.
Come on now,
There you go.
that shit's going on my wall.
It was. Yeah, they were on my wall.
Listen, I'm also
repeat.
walking to that Scholastic Book Fair with my $20.
Yeah.
Like I'm like
Yeah,
throwing money.
$20 buys you a lot back then.
You talked about Roscoe Dash, like do it with no hands, baby girl. Come on,
I can tell you what.
let
I'm
me
not
see that
buying.
Lamborghini
A book.
A book. Yeah.
for $20. Damn.
Mine was definitely the car posters, and then the video game cheat code book. That was like
Ooh,
my
yeah.
two
Good shout.
my two things that I was buying
good.
every single year.
That's good. Which video game were you trying to cheat code?
Oh, all the Grand Theft Autos for sure. The PS2, you
All
just sit there,
VR2.
cheat code, cars float on the water,
All the money in the world.
drop a tank, 5 stars.
Bring back video game cheat codes, for sure.
Yeah, I feel like those are.
Yeah.
Do they even have cheat codes in video games?
There's not really cheat codes. Red Dead had like areas you could go, and there'd be like a hidden unlimited stash of money, but it wasn't a cheat code.
Yeah. I feel like Grand Theft Auto would be the one game that would have some kind
I
of
think they
cheat code.
still. You know what? I think they still do.
But it's so online based where you can buy stuff. I feel like they have to make money now, so they can't have cheat codes.
Yeah, it sucks.
Like, why would you give
I don't
this
like
luxury car? We need you to spend actual money to go buy this fake car.
Stupid. Here's the thing. I actually have a gripe with video games now. Like I don't play them anymore because they're all like that. They're all microtransactions, and it's like I don't want to spend $500 to play a video game. Like I used to spend $30. Now this is boomer Patty. First of all, have you seen that going around? Like, what is your boomer thought? Is there a boomer thing that like?
I had a boomer thought the other day. It's not really boomer, I guess. So we kind of brought it up last podcast, but I don't think it made it. It was the "Am I the asshole?" So I kind of we were at the grocery store yesterday, and I have like 5 things, and all the lines are kind of packed, and then they have the 10 items or less, and they got Blanche and Margaret in front of me that have a cart of like 40 items in their grocery store in their grocery cart, and the guy just rings it up like it's normal, and I'm sitting here with 5, and I'm like, you're not abiding to the 10 or under rule. And I guess they're older, but it's just like, am I the asshole for getting pissed off about that, or should I just be like, why am I getting pissed off about how many items they have in the 10 items or less?
Listen, if it's Blanche and Margaret, you just gotta let it go.
I guess.
To be honest with you,
That's what I did.
we talking about some.
But I thought about it. Give them a little kick, maybe. They stumble a little bit. Maybe I take a couple of their items, put it in my cart. That way they get home, and it's just more of an inconvenience. It's like, I swear I got the steak. I don't believe it's on my cart.
Their husband's pissed off because they grew up in a different time,
It's
and
the
they're
third time.
and this is a whole different conversation now.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Yeah,
You don't know what you did to Blanche.
Blanche may have got backhanded when she got home.
You don't want to do this, Aaron. Calm down.
I told you how many times I got it.
I'm just saying. They grew up in a different time. They're old school, okay? You don't understand the old school, Aaron.
Get your ass back in the car.
Yeah.
You're picking up my steak.
You left what?
That was the whole dinner.
What the hell are we going to eat? Blanche?
It's a good thing we got the applesauce and the milk. Too bad we don't got the steak.
That's okay. You would have burnt it anyway. Terrible at cooking dinner.
It's fine.
I should have married Angela. Oh, that's not an old name. I got nothing. I'm done. Let's move past this. Dave's dying. Dave's dying. Oh, poor Blanche.
Poor Blanche.
Poor people that grew up in a different time, man. First of all, it's not okay to hit your wife. Stop it.
That happens a lot too.
Hitting your wife?
No, not.
Not me, but
This
go
is-
for it, man.
Well,
Go off,
just
King.
older people like back in their time. I went to Walmart a couple weeks ago.
That was your first mistake.
And this guy in the self-checkout, he was in the little motorized wheelchairs, and he was pissed off at the lady working at Walmart that he didn't know how to work the self-checkout and that none of the regular registers were open.
These newfangled
And he's like,
dang machines.
I put the card in. They're like, well, this is cash only and blah, blah, blah. And he was not having a good time and didn't like the fact that it was only self-checkout.
This poor man.
We're phasing out old people.
I kind of feel bad for him, okay? Yeah. They just don't understand, and they're trying to live their life, and people are just changing shit, okay?
Except for when I'm driving. I'm ready to phase them the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah, they got to re-up on the driver's license stuff. Wasn't it in Oregon like a couple years ago that people were freaking out because they had to start pumping their own gas? Do you remember that?
I don't
New
remember that
Jersey.
at all.
I think New Jersey's one of the only
they usually
states
have
that,
somebody that comes out and
yeah.
pumping, and then they had to start pumping their own gas, and these older people were in uproar.
weird. I can't.
How is that?
I got
thing?
to pump my own gas.
Where do I even put it?
That's what she said.
What was that last thing? Okay. Jeez and Pete's. I got a million topics.
Does
gotta
anybody
call
have the actual time?
I got it. That at the Scholastic Book Fair was really the only topic that we had so far. I have a couple too.
Have you?
so
Okay, I have a topic.
We'll get around.
I have a topic. Have you seen the 2-on-1 fights?
I know which one you're talking about.
The
I've seen
guy
a few,
from Game of Thrones and fighting
Is that
two
who that
midgets.
Yeah. Well, there was one that was fighting two midgets. There
Yeah.
was one that was fighting two women, and they're all kind of messed up. If I'm being honest, none of them are really great.
Talk about different times. Was it Richard and Margaret and Blanche that were fighting?
I have no idea. The one with the midgets though, where he like power bombs one and like knocks out the
Were
other.
they midgets? I just thought little people. I just thought he was a.
Sorry
Yeah, what's
to
the
any
proper term?
people
Sorry.
out there who are under 4'8" legally.
I
people?
thought he was
Sorry.
just a giant, and they were normal sized.
I don't know.
No,
I don't
they
think-
were definitely little people.
I don't think so. Did
2
you see
million
this, Zach?
%.
Oh, also we've got a live studio on in the audience in case you
I
didn't
don't.
know.
I don't think they were little people. Yeah, they looked. They may have been like. Yeah, they might have been.
Oh, so
short.
they were just normal dudes getting their ass
I
kicked
wouldn't say
by a
normal,
big dude.
but
That
they weren't-
sounds terrible.
Yeah,
Poor guys.
it makes his feet more impressive.
He power bombed a 5'4" dude.
How many third graders do you think he could take out?
Yeah, dude, he's spearing a lot of them.
Give me 90.
I did see that though. He hits the dude with the power bomb, and he thinks about hitting this guy, and then that guy gets back up, and that was when he said he should have stayed down because he ate that right hook.
So yeah, I saw that and I saw that match get called and I was like, yeah, no, I get it. And then I saw another one that came across my feed a couple days later, and that's why this came up. It was like this dude against two Asian ladies, and this dude had a massive beer belly, and he was just like, he looked like a dude that like just worked on a tractor every day, right? Like in the sun, going home, yelling at his wife every night, like not a nice guy. And he beat the shit out of two Asian women. And I was like, this feels not good. I don't know how to feel about this. Like this dude's belly hangs to his knees. Why is he beating up women? I don't want to watch this. He needs to go to jail for this.
Trying to
Anyways,
fact check you, it's definitely it's on the borderline of a little person or two smaller statured men.
oh, we're getting technical here. Okay,
when
good.
you're
offend
that
anybody.
guy, though, isn't everybody a little person to you? Like
Yeah,
he
it's a
would
big
see
boy.
us and be like, "Look at these guys."
How tall is this guy?
I don't know.
The guy we're talking about?
I feel like it doesn't matter how tall he is when he's just as big as he is.
Oh yeah.
It just adds, like you add 6 inches because he's the strongest man.
I'll be
alive.
honest. I was at a bar last night, and my wife looked at me, and this is the first time she's ever said this to me. She said,
I love
"Hey,
you." Sorry. I didn't mean that. Your wife loves you very much.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
I'm letting it simmer. I was letting it go for a minute. So we're at a bar last night, and there's this dude in front of me who's like 6'4", like an inch taller than me. She's like, "Hey, is it weird to you that there's people taller than you?" And I looked at this guy, and instantly, for whatever reason in my head, I was like, fuck that guy. I don't know why. But like, I don't have a lot of situations where people are taller than me. So in my head, when somebody called it out, I was like, I don't like this.
You know what? Now
I
that you're
don't
thinking,
know.
now that you're saying it,
Is this how other people feel around me? I don't like this.
Born enemies.
Yeah. This guy can die. No. Respect. Good for him. He ordered like a vodka and Red Bull, and he probably died later that night. So
Jesus. Speaking
now
of
who wins?
Speaking of Father's Day,
I had a Modelo. Good for you, buddy.
speaking of Father's Day, what do you really want for Father's Day?
Love,
What, like,
breakfast.
in a moment of like full transparency, whatever you say, I'm gonna beep, so it sounds terrible for you. So,
Yeah, in that case, I just really want unconditional love. I just want.
Also, full disclosure, I expected you to give me some heartfelt answer because that's usually how you approach these things. I really just want to spend time with my kids. No, that's not what I want to hear from you.
No. Listen, I love my kids. I love my family. I want to be left alone.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
I do, and I get it that like some people for Mother's Day they think that, and like I heard other people today. I was at a birthday party where somebody was like, "Yeah, I gave you this for Mother's Day," and she's like, "Oh, I had 365 days a year." In my head, I was like, "Fuck you! I want a day, one day."
Father's Day is also like whatever dads want to do, as long as the wife is also okay with it.
Yeah,
You know, Mother's Day is whatever the mom wants to do. Father's Day is what do you want to do? What about this?
Yeah.
okay, I guess. I was told I'm going to lunch with my in-laws tomorrow, so that's Father's Day.
There you go.
Great. I don't have to pay for it. That's cool.
I don't know. I feel like it's different with kids now, being more sentimental and getting like hand painted stuff or just stuff that.
It gets old.
Yeah, does it?
Yeah.
I guess I'm just in that early stage. And You're like, wow.
Just give it time.
7th year in a row, I got footprints. And
great.
I still appreciate it.
It's
I'm not
awesome.
gonna lie.
It's cool. But listen, so maybe it's different for me
But
because
it's not what like it wouldn't be like the gift I want from Father's Day. Like I appreciate the things my kids make for me all the time,
yeah.
but it's not the gift I want for Father's Day.
Yeah, my daughter makes paintings for me every day, every single day. So Father's Day is no different. It doesn't. I don't care. I'd love Dylan. If you ever see this 30 years from now and you're looking back at this podcast, I love you, and I love your paintings. Thank you. That's it.
I guess it's just being like, look, I'm gonna go do this. Can you just watch the kid at the house and let me just go do it? Whether it's going golfing or just.
I would love to play golf. That's a great idea, actually.
It's a good idea.
Although we got some bad weather coming up, of course it happens on Father's
Yeah,
Day.
yeah. Father's Day
of
was
course.
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know actually, but I'm just assuming. Mother Nature was like, the women are my people, and
Yeah.
gave them beautiful.
We'll give
Mother
You're
Nature.
gonna celebrate it the day before, damn it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna like it.
I didn't, but I should have. I guess I did. I don't know. It's fine.
I just want to be able to do whatever I want, no questions asked.
What do you want?
I don't know. When I wake up in the morning tomorrow and something comes to my brain, if I'm like, I want to go get drunk at 10 a.m., I want to be able to be like, this is what I'm going to do today.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother.
No questions.
You know who would support that? Hulk Hogan.
Oh.
Because he's a real American.
Fight for what's right.
But yeah, that's what I don't know. I don't know what I want. I just want to be able to, throughout the day tomorrow, just be like, if I want to get drunk at 10 a.m., I'm drunk at 10 a.m.
Yeah, I love that, actually.
If
love
I
that
want to
for you.
sober up and go get drunk again at 3 p.m.,
Yeah.
I should be able to do that.
You know what? I did that today. You should have been with me. And now I'm kind of sober, which is weird. But, here we are.
You I got a question.
What's up?
So I want you guys to tell me what has more peer pressure involved in it. Okay, we kind of talked about it outside
More
the
peer pressure?
Yeah, outside the podcast. Down by 3, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. You're up to bat,
Okay.
or parallel parking in front of a group of people.
That's tough. I think it's the parallel parking.
I agree.
I've been in the other situation. Dead serious. And like parallel parking is a little worse. A little more like, don't watch me. You're honking at me. Okay, I'm just going to move. I'm just going to go.
That's what I say.
I'm done.
There's sometimes I give up, especially if there's a car behind me, and I try a few times, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, you can have it.
Literally-
You wanna try, go ahead.
Literally pull up and
Yeah.
start, and they're like already on your ass, and it's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try. It's fine. It's
Yeah.
fine. It's
You
fine.
got it. You want to try, go for it. But I'm parking 4 blocks down. No, appreciate it.
Now I'm gonna walk a mile.
Yeah.
Thanks for the cardio, I guess. Or
Yeah.
Workout.
Yeah.
What about you? Is that it? You?
It's parallel parking for sure. Listen, baseball's a sport where you only have to be good at your job like a fourth of the time. So like if you fail at that situation, it is what it is.
Yeah. Everybody remembers it.
Nah. 162 games. Nobody remembers. One.
Okay.
But if we were in this situation not too long ago.
And I fucking nailed
He
it.
did. He absolutely did.
Did it feel like you hit a walk-off?
Oh, it felt like I hit a wall. I literally got out of the car and people were like,
The most,
yeah! And I was
listen,
like,
the most impressive
Hey, guys.
parallel
The
parking job I've
dopamine
ever
that you
seen.
got from
I got a
parallel
lot of
parking.
dopamine.
Could he have gotten out of it had the person behind him not left first? I don't know. but he got in it.
There's no pictures on the scorecard, baby.
The thing is with parallel parking, like it's almost like if you make the attempt to go for it,
you
gotta go for it.
You gotta do it now.
If
if
nobody's around, you're like, another spot. We'll try it.
Oh, once they're watching,
Once they're watching, you're like, well, we're fucking here now.
Well, I did have one time when I was leaving work. One time.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard it a little bit. So, a person was parallel parking. I was letting them do their thing, and then they backed up a little too far, hit the car behind them.
Nice.
So then at this point, I'm like, do I see if he gets out and does something? And then I waited like 20 seconds, and they just got out the car and walked away. And I'm like, well, it's not my problem.
I've actually done that before. I've used
Did
to
he
work-
hit or walked off?
I've hit someone
Oh.
and then got out and like looked at them.
You're like, you good? You good?
They got out too. I'm not gonna lie. So we were parked. It was Owen Magazine, and my magazine's always busy as hell. And I was like, doing my thing, and I clipped their bumper, and I got out, and I was like, oh, they're fine, they're good. And they got out, and they're like, am I good? And I'm like, yeah, you're good. And they're like, okay, cool. And I was like, thank God, bye. Not doing this
Come
now.
back, your car scratched.
No, I
Tires
left. I totally left. I was like, no, I'm out of here. Let's get the heck out of here. But some of my coworkers were outside and they saw me and they laughed at me, and I was like, great, now my life's over. I have to just die.
Wow.
Just saying.
I got one more little topic.
I got a butt. The only thing we talked
Trust
about
me,
that I had
I got
was
it.
Hulk Hogan.
I got
This will be
1,000.
my.
Keep it
For
going.
a little bit.
We have talked about 1,000 things and we're not even at 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You brought up baseball with all the.
No, you brought up baseball.
Yeah, I guess
You
I
were
did
the
bring
one.
up baseball.
Yeah,
You
Mr.
last
Watts.
talked about baseball.
Say hello to Mr. Watts.
With all the integrations of the stats from the MLB and Josh Gibson and all back in the day.
Negro League.
Yeah.
You can say it.
It just doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right.
You can say it.
But it doesn't sound right. You said it,
It's
not
a different
me.
word. I'm not
You
saying
get-
the other
you get-
word, and I
you get
won't.
It's just too close.
Okay.
Is it?
It's
It
the name of the
is.
league.
It is. It's too
Okay.
close.
All right.
Same letters.
They deserve recognition. I'll follow it up with that.
Yeah.
It makes it better. They do, though.
Do you guys think that if Babe Ruth were to be implemented into today's game, do you think he would be as successful, or do you think he would just be absolutely horrible?
Well, that's a whole different question.
Brother. Babe Ruth would get up there looking stupid.
102 Shohei Ohtani fast.
Babe Ruth ain't never seen a 95 mile an hour slide.
Yeah. You could ask
These
about
dudes-
any player from the 50s, 40s, 60s. They're all going to look dumb. Let's
Paul
be honest.
Skeens threw a splunker the other day. What the fuck is a splunker?
No,
They had some crazy
The thing
pitches.
that does
back then.
this.
Yeah. I
I've
just
Got
seen them
dudes
on-
throwing ghost fork balls. What?
Okay, you're just naming shit.
No,
all right? Stop
he
it.
can back me up. These are real pitches.
Okay, how did they move? Don't just give it a name. What did it do? I want to know.
It's got to move a lot for you to get a special name for it.
yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think
They
had
probably
balls
did. They
back
just
in the
called
day.
it something different.
They called it a ghost
I
fucking
am-
spelunker
I am-
asshole
I
pucker.
imagine Babe-
Fort Grass Splendor Ball.
I imagine Babe Ruth was facing fastballs and change-ups.
Straight meatballs.
That's it.
And the fastballs were 85.
Exactly.
If
Like-
that. If that.
He saw curves. Everybody
was-
could throw a curve.
Look, when we
or
were
like a slider. People probably knew how to throw that stuff.
when we
I'll
were
be honest.
growing up, if your closer would come in and throw like 95, and it was like, oh, this dude is a flame
Closer's
thrower.
throwing heat.
Yeah.
And now they're like 103, and it's like, whoa.
Now if somebody throws 95, you're like, I don't know if I want this dude to be on my team.
That's
like
not true. 95? 95 's still pretty strong.
If you top out at 95, it could be rough.
Yeah,
it
95
could be a
is
rough
pretty
time
tough.
for you.
Especially if you got a
still
lower like
pretty
breaking
strong.
ball. If you got a lower breaking ball, I think it'd be bad.
The Rangers have
It
a guy
depends
that
on your whole, like,
look. The Rangers got a guy that throws 93, and they tried to explain to like in the broadcast that it's actually closer to 98 because of where his
don't
release
care
point
about
is. I'm like, no, that radar says 93. I don't care where you released
the
it
biggest
from.
thing is the image from the batter. So it's the launch mode. It's all that. It's like the movement off the ball. If every pitch looks the same and he can go from 93 to 82, great.
Yeah.
With different
I just-
pitches, awesome.
Listen, all you got, if you put a picture of Babe Ruth side by side with Shohei, because that's the comparison here, you can't tell me that they could do the same things. I refuse to believe it.
Well,
maybe
statistically-
it's because Shohei's wearing these crappy Fanatics
wasn't wearing
with
see-through
fitted
Nike
jerseys. You know what I mean?
jerseys.
Like maybe it's like fitted to his muscles. Maybe if
So Babe Ruth needed fitted.
yeah,
jerseys.
maybe if Babe
You
Ruth
telling
was
me the guy
fitted,
that
it might
was
look a
down
little
in
better.
a 6-pack of beer after the game.
Listen,
That dude was out of shape. I'm going to be honest.
This goes for almost all sports. You can't tell me that Babe Ruth would be as good as. I think Babe Ruth could be successful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Babe Ruth would actually get up there and like be lost.
Yeah.
But he is not. Like, if the comparison is Shohei, he is not hitting home runs like Shohei.
No.
It's just not happening.
See, and that's what I feel like. Basketball may be the only sport that I feel like you can get players from back in the day and they would be successful in today's.
That's fair.
I feel like that's the only sport.
Golf for basketball, it's like
maybe.
dependent on the rules. Like, what era are we playing in? Like, is there hand checking? Is there?
Like, obviously, it's easy to say if you have Michael Jordan, you pop him in a day. But I don't
think hand checking matters when it comes to the athleticism that you see today.
That's
People
fair.
are going to play through that.
That's fair.
Like that's the one thing I think with basketball. Basketball, yes, like skill wise, yes, but players have gotten bigger, faster, stronger, and they can do more. But like skill wise, yeah, it's like very similar.
I started singing Daft Punk in my head. Sorry. Work it
Faster,
harder,
stronger,
do it
faster.
better, faster.
Golf-
Makes it
I don't see
stronger.
golf is an interesting one. Like, I feel like
Yeah, they were good back in the day with like wooden clubs that were this big.
Listen,
like
when
if you
got
give them
John
the new
Daly
technology,
stepping on the course after doing the night out of cocaine and beer,
golf.
like
I think,
it's not any different. Okay,
Yeah.
I think if you gave Eddie like a golfer from like black and white footage new clubs, he'd be just as good as he'd probably
absolutely,
better.
absolutely.
You know?
well, Bryson did a video recently, Bryson DeChambeau, where he played with all like old school like wooden clubs and hit a 600-yard par 5, and he hit it on the green in 2 shots.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I think it's kind of ignorant to say that players from the 30s and 40s and 50s are the same athletes that you see today. There's so much science and so much more education that goes into things now that players just know, and they're just more physically gifted, like whether we admit it or not. There you go. Good for you. We're just better. We are better humans. Listen, time traveler from the 30s, I am better than you. Okay, I'm just better, and it's just evolution. Okay. I don't know if you watched wrestling back in the day, but evolution's a real thing.
you think 30, 40 years from now they'll be saying the same thing about this era?
They should. They better. If not,
Be
they suck.
cyborgs.
They better be.
How much? I mean, it's hard to say
They
now,
better
but how
all-
much better could they athletic?
Every single person better be LeBron James.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
that's the standard.
That's
Just
better
20,
be the
20
standard.
years
Well,
apiece, and
I mean, like, you look. So, I'm trying to. Who was the first like Giannis to come into the league? You know what I mean? Like the 6'11", 7-footer. Is it Kevin Durant, or is it like
the first one that was successful.
Well, yeah, the first one that comes in the league and they're like, oh, this dude's gonna like change the
Shaq?
game. I don't.
It might be Shaq.
But no, I'm
actually.
talking like shooting threes. Like,
But Shaq
Threes
was,
weren't
so
really,
here's
like-
the thing. So yes, like you're talking about shooting, but Shaq did things that he wasn't supposed to do as a big man. He could handle the ball.
Yeah,
He could
that's
move
fair.
differently.
yeah, I
Like-
feel like you're looking at. I kind of feel like KD is like
He could shoot. That was a
He
big
is
thing.
the first one
But
where
he
he does
goes into the mold of a lot of the European stretch bigs, like
Yeah.
Dirk and like all these other guys. Like Dirk came in before.
that's Dirk. Dirk's probably the one that I'm kind of thinking of.
Tim Duncan's Mr. Fundamental. I mean,
Yeah.
he could do anything. But I don't
he
know.
wasn't.
My
He
point,
was Mr. like consistency. You know, he wasn't like.
but my point is, Dirk, whatever, was like a rarity. Like, oh, this dude is 7 feet tall and can hit threes.
Right.
And now it's like every year we have at least one guy that comes in the draft
for
that's
sure.
7 feet tall.
That's
and can
what
hit the-
people are
does
looking
it
for.
does it work out? I don't know, but he could do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now you got like Kristaps Porzingis was supposed to be a guy,
It was a unicorn.
you know, and now he's
He gets hurt all the time.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's what it
and
is.
now you got Wemby, who's
They all get hurt all the time. I'll be honest with you.
When you're
Every
that-
single
when
one of
you're
these
that tall.
7 foot.
Not
dudes that can
Wemby.
shoot threes.
Wemby
He's had
didn't get
one
hurt yet.
season. Calm down.
Zach
Hey.
Edey's gonna have like 6 maybe years before he's just too tall and too heavy. I mean, his knee's gonna give out at some point.
But the point is, every year we're getting these,
Yeah.
at least one of these guys. So pretty soon, like that's gonna be, like, what is the next evolution of that? Like Wemby's what 7'4"
7'8"
can do everything. Yeah, like,
7,
I
8
don't-
can hit threes and dunk.
They're getting taller, actually. Yes, maybe.
Is the evolution that like the human body catches up to where they don't get injured?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
They get stronger, maybe.
Yeah.
Like they're not just tall and lean.
Like he said, it's like a bunch of LeBrons, like uber athletic, like stay healthy for the most
Everybody's
part.
6'8".
Yeah.
Just fucking. Your point guards are 6'8". Like
Yeah.
that's what the NBA is moving towards anyway. If you look at it, like everybody's a wing player.
They were
but,
talking
like,
about Trey Murphy like being how tall he is, or like how much different could he be from running like the 5?
You know what's a good example is like NFL wide receivers.
They're getting taller.
Like
every year.
wide receiver that comes into the NFL now, like of course you have your little white guys, your little slot white guys, right?
Yeah, they're always going to be there because they can just
There's always a place for them.
Yeah.
Listen, New England's always trying to draft them.
footwork.
You know what I mean?
Let me teach you about footwork
Yep.
real quick.
And work ethic.
Yeah,
He's a
well,
grinder.
You better try
He's
very
a
hard.
grinder.
He just works his butt off.
First one in,
He
last
works
one
his tail
out.
off,
First one
okay?
in,
First one in,
yeah.
last one out. Baby.
He knows that playbook,
Uh-huh.
front to back to front. You know what I mean? But
There's other questions. Yeah,
but
go ahead.
like receivers just get drafted now, and they're all of a sudden the best in the league because they're just good. Like they're athletically, all of them are Calvin Johnson athletically now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
No disrespect.
They're not 6'6",
Yeah.
whatever he was.
Put some respect on Calvin Johnson's name.
But like Justin Jefferson is an athletic freak.
how tall is he?
But there's like
6'3"?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
is he 6'3"? Okay.
but he's a
He
freak.
feels smaller than that.
Yeah.
I guess it's because he's just
So agile.
he's gonna dot your ass up.
He's so agile.
But you know why it doesn't? You know why it doesn't feel special? Because there's 100 of them.
Well, he's really good.
He's got Jordan Addison on his team, but he's like a clone. They're the same thing
okay.
athletically. There's different things that can separate them, route running, whatever.
Yeah.
But athletically, all these dudes come in, and it's like every year we have somebody breaking the 40 record.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
You get faster, stronger,
the
taller.
quarterbacks can all throw 80. Like when Jamarcus Russell threw
Saying it
60,
again. Yeah.
70 yards off his knee, we were blown away.
Yeah.
Now all these dudes
we
are
saw
like,
what happened there.
yeah. But now all these dudes are like, watch me do this left-handed. You know what I mean? It's like
Can we talk about that too? How it reminded me of the Micah
the
Parsons,
can opener.
the Micah Parsons, and then
Can
trying to
bottle
like,
opener, sorry.
Shout out to Rel.
what is it about football players
Rel Williams.
and them struggling to throw a
Reach elite
baseball and
levels.
just being super unathletic looking while they're throwing a baseball?
Who? What?
Oh, yeah, amazing.
Why can't people throw baseballs?
I guess if you don't grow up playing all the sports, but it's like you're
You throw
in the
a
professional
football.
football league.
Wait, listen,
It's a
Micah,
different
and a
motion,
baseball.
but it's-
wait, Micah Parsons, at least he's a DN, right? At least he's a DN.
But he's an athlete.
When CJ Stroud gets up there
And throws
and
a
looks like he can't throw anything, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah. What is it about a baseball that
I don't know.
you just like?
Like, are
it the
their
size?
hands just so
It's like
big?
Shaq shooting a free throw. It's just
Well,
like awkward.
if you so the normal quarterback throwing motion is very different from a baseball motion.
What does
It
it look
is
like?
very different.
What does it look like?
You want to see that again? So the normal, it's like an overhead. Okay. Do
Yeah,
wanna
well,
see
sometimes,
this?
you know, you
Is
gotta
this-
pump
is
fake a
this-
couple
is this-
times.
Is this what you're looking for? Sorry. Okay. And the baseball is a little more out. It's a little more wide, right?
Right.
But if you're like a sidearm quarterback, it's different. So like I grew up, everything I threw was sidearm. So it was a lot of this, right?
Right. You
Yeah.
really got to get underneath because you got to get the angle.
Right.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. So, if you're sidearm, it's natural. But if you're an overhand guy,
Right.
it's a little different. It's just, I feel like it's
see
not
that.
the same. The other end's not going to see it the same.
You ever seen the guy that he could throw right hand and left hand? So he's just going, he's pump faking, and then he switches hand, and he pump fakes again.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
I've seen it. Yeah.
He was a high school. I don't know if he panned out or not.
I
But
don't think he did.
probably
I'll be
not.
honest with you.
Ambidextrous football player.
Isn't
You
there?
wouldn't have
There's
to
a
ask if
pitcher,
people have seen
right?
him if he
Isn't
did
there a
that.
like a minor
Yeah.
league pitcher that does both, left-handed and
Speaking
right-handed?
of minor league pitchers,
They had a
Dallas
bandit.
Keuchel and
Max
What
Scherzer.
a
Max
time!
Scherzer.
Two
That
Cy
is-
Youngs.
Listen, that is what minor league baseball is all about.
I worked in minor league baseball. I would have died for that matchup.
That is what minor league baseball is all about. There, you know what else I saw the other day? This popped up on my feed. There was a game where it was supposed to be like Randy Johnson versus some other like Nolan Ryan, and they both got scratched. And you know who replaced them?
Who?
Max Scherzer and Clayton Kershaw, like as rookies. And they're like, and they play the clip, and they're like talking about them like how they're nobodies. And it's like, imagine going to a game. And,
These two
and you're
freaking nobodies.
You're upset that you're gonna miss, and rightfully so, right? Like you're gonna miss out on Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson,
You missed out on 2 Hall of Fame pitchers for 2 future Hall
Yeah.
of Fame pitchers.
Yeah.
Congrats.
right? Who Kershaw, maybe better than both of them. Like Kershaw,
I think Randy had a more sustainable.
Scherzer's not in that conversation. He's just not in that conversation.
I think Randy was a little more sustainable, like long term. So was Nolan.
Randy's
Nolan
a
pitched
dog.
forever.
Nolan Ryan's one of the goats.
He
so you
pitched
can't even-
forever.
I feel like
Kershaw was a dog in his prime, though.
Listen, Randy Johnson killed a bird with a pitch. He's going in forever.
Yeah.
So we talked about guys throwing like 100 earlier and how like it's crazy that that's the normal now. Randy Johnson was the first guy that was like out there throwing 103, and it was like, holy shit, this dude is ridiculous. He was also 6'8", and it was like, wow.
Yeah.
But
Nope.
Going back to what you said,
He's a sidearm guy, too.
Yeah.
That is
I watched
what,
this perfect game. It was nice. Just a little.
I mean, it's real tricky sometimes.
It can be.
It throws the eye off.
Yeah. The release, the launch
Yeah,
angle.
and the ball, like the way the ball just shoots
Listen,
out.
at the plate, when you see it coming out like that, it doesn't work.
Sometimes it plays tricks on the eye.
Plays
You
tricks on
don't
the
know
eye.
where it's
you don't
coming
know
out from.
what's a slider, what's a fastball, what's a curve. It's hard to see the motion in the ocean.
It depends on where you put your fingers and depending on where you put your fingers, that's where it comes out. So sometimes, depending on where you put your fingers, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I've seen it. I've been there.
Yeah. So as somebody who worked in minor league baseball, that's like your dream, right?
It is definitely my dream. Yeah,
To have
100%.
like Scherzer is still like active and a solid pitcher. Dallas Keuchel ain't been good in forever, but you can still.
I still like Dallas Keuchel.
Yeah, you
That's
can
a great
still
name.
like advertise Dallas Keuchel's coming to
Who
pitch.
was the biggest name? I remember seeing like Chris Bryant when
Chris
the baby
Bryant was definitely the biggest name. Who was this? There was a Cy Young winner for the.
Didn't you have Sandy?
We had Sandy. We had Sandy
Sandy
Alcantara
Alcantara.
for a while.
But he's still like as good as he is. He's not a name.
He wasn't
like,
a name.
Like
he was.
Dallas
was our
Keuchel
top
is a name.
prospect. Yeah. Coming through the actual art organization, it was Sandy. That was it. That was the biggest name. There were people that came into town that were awesome.
Yeah.
There was a guy that played for the Royals. It was like their best pitcher for a while years ago.
Frankie?
Yeah, Greinke. Greinke had a rehab stint, which was cool. I was
What a
actually
career.
I had to be a ball boy randomly for that game, which I was never a ball boy.
Yeah.
And like we weren't paying ball boys for some reason. They're like, "Hey, you kind of look young. You could be ball boy." And I was like, "The fuck? I'm 28. I don't want to be a ball boy. I'm in sales." Welcome to minor
Field
league
some
baseball.
grounders.
Yeah. So I was literally like the guy sitting in the chair, and I had to like pass balls, pick them up, or foul balls, pick them up, and like so. When a major league guy comes in, though, fun fact, they change the balls. It's a different baseball. It's not a minor league ball. It's a major league ball, and it's slightly different. Like the stitching is different.
Does that really bring in more people? Like
It should, and it
Like,
does.
is Max Scherzer at 30, 36? Isn't he? I mean, he's up there.
It should bring in more. I would bet that in Round Rock, that's where it was.
Yeah.
It brought in more.
I mean, tickets are about the same prices. You can get MLB prices, especially during the week, for
the
pretty
prices
low.
don't change.
I don't think
the
Dallas-
resale changes.
Yeah.
But the
Like
prices
to
don't
me,
change.
I don't think Dallas Keuchel's bringing in
No.
anything at this point.
Dallas
Dallas
Keuchel-
Keuchel, I think, has been kicking around the minors for.
Yeah.
He gets every year he gets a call. Like somebody gives him a start.
Well, he's probably.
I
just
think the
because-
Rangers gave him a start like 2 years ago.
Just because he's a big name, though, if he's starting somewhere in the minors, people are going to buy it. People are going to show up. Just because.
If you're a minor league, or if you're like a salesperson or whatever you were for a minor league team, would you prefer to? And you say you got a Paul Skeens or a Jack Leiter or somebody like a top draft pick as a pitcher. Is that better for you, or is Max Scherzer making a rehab start better for you?
It depends. They're both great. But like, you don't really, when you work in sales in minor league, you don't focus on the players ever. It's never about that. In sales in the minor league, it's more about like their childhood experience with baseball. Like, you're trying to like elicit some type of emotional response to just get them to buy tickets to a damn game. Yeah. Normally you're selling the season tickets, so like these guys aren't playing all the time. Right. And if they're that good, they're not going to be on your team that long anyway because they're going up. So you don't ever focus on the players unless you have a season ticket holder already that really likes a certain player. And then it's like, yeah, like I can get you this, or like it's not a big deal.
It's kind of funny. Like, imagine you had tickets to a game and you're Corey Seager's having a rehab start. Like, you're just going out to catch a Shuckers game, and for some reason you get to see Corey Seager.
It's awesome. It is awesome.
It is,
though.
like, that is cool.
It's really cool. I loved it, like working in minor league baseball and seeing random major league players come through. I'd be like, this is so fucking cool. Yeah. Like, all these other guys suck, but this guy. But you would also know, like, you would also know guys on your team, like Sandy. You'd be like, this guy's going to be good. Yeah. I know he's going to be something. And you could later say, I was there. I met him. I talked to him. He was in the clubhouse all the time. So, like, that's cool. But you don't sell it.
Yeah.
Sandy's a cool guy. He could barely speak English when he was here.
I love Sandy.
I'll be honest with you.
I love Sandy. Shout out Sandy.
He couldn't.
He's just like
He had someone that came in every day and would
little
teach me
interpreter.
English, and I would respect it. Like he was trying.
One of the few like jerseys I own these days.
I have his jersey. He actually wore it. It's a game worn jersey. It's upstairs. Baby cakes. Shout out.
Look at that. Look at us. Sports 2 weeks in a row.
Wow.
Sports. For all my friends out there that are like, you're a sports pod. Listen, it bothers me when somebody asks me a question and they're like, you're supposed to know these things. You have a sports podcast. I'm like, no, I don't. At no point did we say.
Yeah. No, it's a variety podcast.
Listen,
first of all, we just talk about sports.
Somewhat sports adjacent.
Adjacent.
It is. This was somebody that plays in sports had something to say.
Okay.
Jason Kelsey says he doesn't wash his feet.
That's weird, but okay. Oh, I had this written down as a topic. Go ahead. Continue.
Jason Kelsey doesn't wash his
him.
feet
That's
as a
what I had
topic.
written down. No, not him, but
He says he washes the hot spots,
Yeah,
which how are the feet not a hot spot?
I brought this up last week.
did you?
Jason Kelsey?
Did we talk about it on the pod?
Yeah,
Oh.
because you said it was pits, armpits,
don't
and then we
remember
said
that.
what were weird things that you do that would correlate to kind of like what he's saying. I say cold showers.
Oh, we did. We had this conversation. Okay.
Oh,
Never
sorry.
mind.
Well, he's
Move past it.
just one. This is just
Yeah,
another
different.
example of
Cut it
one
out.
person giving white people a bad rep.
Wow. How did this become racial?
It is because these things get online. They're like, white people don't wash their feet. And it's like, we do. He does it. It's him.
I
There's,
actually had a topic.
there's the TikTok moms that don't season their chicken. Like they give us a bad rep.
Yeah,
well, they
those-
suck.
And then there's like the rednecks from Mississippi for other reasons.
That definitely season their chicken. They do other bad things, though.
Yeah, but those are like the three things that give white people a bad rep.
Yeah, okay. There's more than three, but sure. Sure. That's fine. I actually had, not tonight, but I had planned a whole like podcast, like, not topic, but like theme.
Side note: this outlet doesn't work. I want you to know.
Well, first of all, it's not plugged in. It's not plugged in. That's your problem. You got to push it into the outlet.
There we
It's
go.
Still
It
not
works.
plugged. It's still not even.
You
fully
don't have any
plugged in.
electric problems.
Yeah, no, I don't. I fixed them. I forgot what I was saying. Oh, thematically, I have a podcast that I want to do called "Are You Ready to Get Dirty?" And that's one of the topics we're going to talk about. So I have a list. We're going to save it. We'll do it eventually.
Yeah, that's
Great.
Christina Aguilera is going to be the whole like. We'll have fun. It's great. You got more topics? Because I got some.
Yeah, I got a few. What else you got?
Mine's like top fives and stuff. So
Oh, I'm like, what's something random you've always thought you could do well but haven't attempted?
wow.
Mine was write a children's book. I think I could write a fire children's book.
No, stop it.
So
I-
is the
absolutely, I
question
could.
You
something?
can't write.
Is the,
Absolutely, I can write.
I've seen your articles.
That's an article.
coming from the
When
guy?
I was
just,
in- when I was
coming from the
in-
guy who just said a different.
Poor time. When I was
Maybe that makes him better as
Sir,
at a kid
you
book.
misspell topics
Listen,
sometimes, and I'm like,
my,
what?
my senior year of high school, I had to write a 20-page art, like not an article, but like a story, and it had to involve a love triangle. Was the whole theme? My teacher said I made him cry,
Wow.
brought him to tears.
Sounds like a bitch.
You know what? It might have been. I don't know. It was it was like a football story, but it was I kind of used you know the movie Never Back Down.
The fighting movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I-
I've never seen it, but yeah.
I remember like tying it, like kind of using that same like, plot in a way.
So you stole the plot.
Yeah.
from
no,
somewhere else.
well, I didn't steal
And you
it.
made your teacher cry.
Listen, it was about a
Sir, have you ever seen Never
all
Back
I
Down?
remember about the story was that the kid was in high school. He played for the football team, and he killed his dad in a car crash.
Jeez
That's how the story started. Where was I mentally at that time? I don't know.
Well, your dad's never been in your life, so it makes sense.
It does
Yeah.
make sense. Yeah, but I could write articles.
So it's something
Meh.
that you think you would be good at that
Yeah.
you're not good at, or something that you're
No,
not good at
something
that
you think you could be really good at, but you just haven't.
got
You've
around
always,
to it.
you've always been like, if I tried this, it's over. I can do this, but you haven't.
Dead serious. For me, everything. Everything.
Okay, right.
Everything.
I can't write a children's book, but you can do everything on God's
Everything.
green earth.
This is how
Okay.
This is how insanely
Okay.
ignorant I am, right? Like if
Can
you
hit a
give me
curveball, sure.
if you give me time, I can hit a curveball.
Babe
First of all,
Ruth.
have you ever played overhand softball, fast pitch? That's all they throw is curveballs. That's it.
Paul Skeen's Splunker would fuck you up.
Okay. I didn't say that I had to watch a fastball go 100 miles an hour and then a curveball go 94. Okay, I said just a curveball. That's it.
Find me the nearest batting cage that throws curves.
I guarantee I'll hit it.
Okay.
Guaranteed. I'll bet $1,000 right now. I've hit curveballs my whole life.
Everything.
I also played baseball my whole life.
Professional power washer.
There you go. With like an actual
Pools
like,
press wash.
You're starting a pressure washing company?
Aren't you a professional if somebody just like pays you $20 to do their driveway?
What the fuck are we talking about here?
You're a professional.
You'd be really good at just squeezing a trigger?
It's more complicated than that.
That's where my brain's at. I'm like, this is a very low bar.
You won't get a lot of clients if
You're
you're just
talking
out there
about-
squeezing the trigger, okay?
You're talking about hitting a curveball, hard task.
Yeah.
Writing a children's book, hard
Hard
task.
task.
You said something that I would be good at that I haven't got time. See how many clients you get. We'll do the same neighborhood.
5 tomorrow.
We'll do the same neighborhood. You get that side, I get this side. I'm gonna do it
I'll
professionally.
talk to all my
I'm
neighbors
gonna get
tomorrow and
the
they'll be like,
cleaning.
yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna get the cleaning products, make sure the stains don't come back, and you're gonna and you're not gonna get any
Who
clients.
said I wouldn't research what I need to do first? This is why I said everything. Because if you give me a little bit of time, I'm going to research what I need to do, and I'm going to go all in. Now, I might not
Yeah,
be
then
good
you're
at
a
it. I'll be honest.
professional.
I might not be good at it, but I'm going to try my ass off. And
Yeah.
that makes me good at it.
But trying and being good at it, like
I
my
would be
question.
a terrible gymnast.
I agree. Me too.
I'd be a terrible gymnast. I'll be honest with you.
Flexibility, not great.
Yeah,
not one of my
like
strong suits.
cheerleader, not for me. Yeah, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. Dancer, probably not for me.
Nope.
These are things that I'd be bad at.
Ice skating, I'm horrible.
I'd be bad at that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
but everything else, everything else on God's green earth. Yeah, I'm good.
Shot put.
Yeah. Fun fact, I actually threw shot put.
Fun fact: we might
Good or-
find out.
So I was okay at it.
Stay tuned.
I like genuinely threw shot. I did track and field in high school, and I did shot put.
I never
That
did
was my
track and
event.
field, but like in 5th grade, like when we would do PE, I think it just happened to be like an Olympic year, so we did it. Like I don't think it wasn't a legit one because I remember doing it inside.
Well,
But
there's
it was
different
like
weights to the ball.
there was like
too.
a heavier one, but we did it inside, and I remember doing it. So I've done it, but I don't remember
What's the
anything.
one
about
with the you gotta jump over you like stick the thing in the ground?
Oh,
we've-
the pole vault.
Yeah, that seems just terrifying. to me.
Terrifying, yeah.
To fall
We've-
from like 20 feet up.
We've had this conversation, but with it being an Olympic year, what's an Olympic sport you think you could be good at? Do you remember what we kind of agreed on?
I don't remember. What was it?
Maybe curling.
We agreed.
Winter Olympics?
We said
it's a summer year, sir.
You said Olympics.
we tossed a few
Sorry.
back and forth, and then I said water polo, and both of us were like, "Yes,
sure.
water polo."
It feels okay. I feel like I
It
could
does
do
until
like
you
I would
have to
get-
tread water for
Yeah.
35 minutes.
I would get pissed
because the
off.
pools are probably 10 feet
Yeah,
deep. Like,
it does look like they're just walking on the ground.
I get too pissed off at water polo. Like the ball gets close, it gets swatted halfway, then I gotta swim all the way to it. It's too slow.
I got more topics. You got topics. You had a top.
Ooh.
You had a top 3 we've been planning for a week.
Yeah, that was it. That was
We're
it.
at 53 minutes
do it?
already.
Should we do it?
Power walking.
Power walking? Is that-
Power walking, that's your Olympic sport? You think you'd be a good power walker? How far do they walk on power walks? Do you know?
Pretty far.
Okay. I do have a top 3. Oh, I also had someone responded. So I saw someone like this. We don't have to do it tonight. Someone liked one of our tweets from a long time ago, which is the 5 greatest sports moments in history, and we never talked about it.
Oh, we need more time to talk about
I've
that.
got a list
of
of
Is
my
it-
5
is it ju-
favorite sports moments in
but
history.
like personal to you.
That's not the top list that I was talking about. We're going to do a different one, which I texted you guys about, which I hope you're ready.
Yeah, we should. I feel like we should wait on this
Okay.
because the top sports moments is going to go down a rabbit hole of where were you when it happened and all these different conversations.
Okay.
we
So
should save it.
So we can do the top 3. Do we go in order or
Let's-
do we just all do it at once?
I think we should go in order. Like we when we do top 5s,
Okay,
you go
that's fine.
5, I go 5. We should
Okay.
go 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1.
So we can do that. Tonight's top 3 is something that you brought up a couple weeks ago. You said you were sitting here and you're like, "There's this song and it makes me feel like a bad bitch." And I was like, you know what? I identify with being a bad bitch, and here's why. Tonight we're going to talk about our top 3 favorite songs that make us feel like a bad bitch. Who wants to go first? Anybody got a song that makes them feel like a bad bitch?
Should I play like 6 seconds of it every time?
If you want to, but like, are you going to be able to like research these songs in between and like actually play them? Because like this is going to take away from some of the fun, comedic conversation.
Let's go.
You could put them over it after if you want to.
I'll go first.
You go first.
Since it was kind of related. The topic that I said that made me feel like a bad bitch was Sabrina Carpenter Espresso.
And what ranking is that for you? Or are
it's
you just
number
throwing
one.
it out? It's number, you can't start
Come on, man. You start with
the whole
3.
list.
We go 3, 2, 1. You don't know how top 5 work?
Have you ever seen
But it was
anything
relevant.
before?
What's your number 3?
This guy.
Christ almighty.
You're never invited back.
This is the end, my friends.
This is live. I'm just kidding. We're keeping this.
Bitch Better Have My Money by
Well,
Rihanna.
fuck you, because that's my number 3. That was my number 3.
Pay me what
It wasn't
you
my
want
number
me.
3 until on the drive over here, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I hadn't. You know what I had? Should
Yeah.
I let you do yours before I tell you what I had?
Oh, mine are. I guarantee you,
Okay.
mine are not on your list.
I had No Scrubs,
That's a good one.
but I changed it because I don't know. It doesn't put off bad bitch vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
It's empowering,
Yeah.
but it doesn't put off the vibe I think we're going for with this
Okay.
list.
I get it.
But mine is also bitch better have my money. To change, you know what? I'll give you a different answer. I'll say Pour It Up.
That was
There you go. These are both good. So my number 3 maybe isn't like bad bitch esque, but I feel like some bad bitches would identify with this song, and I'm going with "What Goes Around Comes Around" by Justin Timberlake. Because
I tried to find a male
if
song. I
you
couldn't
fuck
do
me
it.
over,
I was thinking like
what
Lil
goes
Nas
around
X.
comes back around. That's not a male song. I mean, maybe
it kind of
it
made
is.
feel.
Zach got it. Zach got it.
I got it. Trust
Okay.
me.
So, all right. Why though? Why? Why is that your number 3?
I already explained it, but you were too busy telling your thing.
Okay.
So,
Say it again so that I can effectively cut it.
I don't remember what the fuck I said.
Aaron, what's your number 2?
My number 2 was "Get Your Freak On" by Missy Elliott.
Oh,
Okay.
Get your freak on.
I like that.
Wait a minute. Spit it out. I don't know.
There you go.
I can't remember the words.
Mine was Pretty Girl Rock, Carrie Hilson.
That's a good one. Man, that's a good one. I like that.
I think my number 1 might be the best. I really do. I truly believe.
No, mine's the best.
My name is.
We already know what my number 1 is.
I'm so
unfortunately.
very
That's fine.
fly. Oh my.
Are you singing?
You don't
your-
remember it? I was hoping you would join in.
What'd you say? I didn't even hear you.
Nothing. Just
My number 2. I still have to tell my number 2. My number 2. So we did a podcast one time, and this had a lot of views. My whole topic this whole night was how Demi Lovato is so goddamn underrated. Sorry, not sorry. If you gonna tell me sorry, not sorry doesn't make you feel like a bad bitch, something wrong with you. Okay?
see.
Just saying.
See. Look, we're Demi Lovato pod. I don't know what to-
We are officially a Demi Lovato pod. The official Demi Lovato. I can't even say it.
Does she still make music?
Yeah,
She does still put out music. She transitioned and then transitioned back. Like, she is a bad bitch.
she's-
Okay?
Gotcha.
She decided, I want to be a bad bitch.
Yeah.
And we're here
It was
for any of it. Even if she was a bad bitch the other way, they were a bad bitch the other way. It's fine. I'm here for it. Sorry.
Number 1.
Made it weird.
I already spoiled it. Espresso.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did. We did already spoil it.
I blew my load too early. Sorry.
Story of your life.
Uh-huh.
I have my number 1. Bossy by Kellis.
Oh.
I don't know if it gets better.
I'm the first one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I do like that a lot.
Youngster that he should switch to pink.
Yeah. I don't remember the next words, but
There you
yes.
go. That's all that matters.
I wrote down the entire Thank You Next album. The entire album. That's it. No, my official one, if I'm being honest, is 7 Rings. And the reason is she stole the flow of my favorite bad bitch of all time, Julie Andrews. That's it.
You had a lot. All of yours were pretty like. Well, I guess Justin Blake wasn't recent, but you had some fairly recent ones, like modern day.
I guess so.
Like mine are like Carrie Hilson and
Those are older.
Those are older.
That's fair.
That's why I was kind of like, I was trying to mix a little bit of both because I had No Scrubs too, but I was like, I feel like that's too popular.
I was going for popular. Like, listen, Bossy. I'm gonna toot my own horn here. I don't know if you're getting better than Boss.
7 Rings is better. Suck it.
Peanut Gallery. Y'all got any I need to throw out here?
Yeah, what makes you feel like a bad bitch back there? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah,
not
definitely.
sorry. Come on. Baby, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Come on.
I feel like there's got to be some Nicki Minaj songs out there, right?
Oh, there's definitely Nicki Minaj songs
Say
out
So
there.
by Doja Cat.
Meg's got to have some songs.
Oh, for sure. There's definitely some bad bitch songs out there. So those are all
That
like
new
rap
song?
songs. I was actually trying to stay away from like the rap songs because I felt like it was too easy. I was
Say
like,
that new
even though
Glorilla
7 Rings
song?
is like,
The Glorilla song.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I had it on my list. Took it off for no scrubs.
there you go. What about you, Mr. Jacob?
Yeah.
Nothing? Truth Hurts. That's
Lizzo.
yeah.
Lizzo's definitely got a few.
Why be great when you're? I don't know. Fucking, I can't remember.
Yeah,
Had the girls on a chokehold when that song came out.
Yeah.
And then she said,
I get my nails. I don't know.
what she kind of get canceled for? Didn't she say like,
Feeling good as hell. She got canceled for like raping
if you're like
someone, I think. That
skinny,
was weird.
What?
she got
She got accused of,
abused
like,
her for
sexual
like
harassment or something.
producers
I don't
and,
know.
like her team and all that
Weird,
stuff, and
weird things.
forced them to like eat.
I think it's because she's a bigger woman who just
Yeah.
was sexual, and it's weird
Yeah.
to people.
That
Not
way.
me, but people.
Some people.
I'm not saying it's weird, but
That-
other people are
Right,
going to say it's weird.
because you would never say that.
I would never say that.
Never. You're a
No,
good guy.
She's she's a beautiful woman.
That went faster than I thought it would.
That's
She
what
said-
your wife says all the time. Sorry, it's too easy.
That's what I want for Father's
know
Day.
what to
Happy
say.
Father's Day.
What to say there. Oh, is that it? Or
You want to wrap it up? So I started like writing
You
down.
should have.
We should have. We could wrap
Patty's
it
on
up. And
fire.
this could be post game if you want.
We got post game.
This
Can I
could
go
be
pee first? I've been having to
I
pee
have
this
to
whole
pee
pod.
too, so if you got to go, hurry up. Are we wrapping it?
We can wrap it. Let's close it, and then we'll do whatever the hell you want to do after. If you want to do post, are we doing post game like games and stuff?
No, yeah. Games.
Like
I
what we
had
did last
I had like I started just writing down hot take topics.
Oh,
We don't have to do. We don't have to
So
do.
we'll
them
do
all.
the bonus footage. Is that what you're saying?
I
Or
got
we'll
like
close this
I got
shit
like
out?
10, so we could throw one in there, and still
You wanna
have
do
some
one more
for future.
right now before we
Yeah,
close?
let's do it.
You want to do it?
I'm asking what we're doing. Just tell me what the fuck I'm doing. I have to pee.
We can save it. Let's wrap it up. We'll
All right,
wrap it up.
Wrap it up like the Dave Chappelle skit. Did you hit the button?
Go ahead, close it out.
Oh, I have to close it out. I want Aaron to close it out.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Hope you guys get to enjoy it a little bit tomorrow, even though the weather's gonna be kind of nasty. But we appreciate you guys listening in, and send us some questions. We'd love to hear what you guys have for us to talk about. So, other than that, it's Aaron P signing out. Dave, Patty, Deuce,
Deuces.
Love.
stay oozy.
There you go. Stay oozy.
Stay oozy.